Imagine stepping back in time to the year 1800. This isn't the Manchester you know today. Forget the modern skyline, the bustling trams, and the vibrant music scene. We are standing at the epicenter of a revolution, the Industrial Revolution. With the help of historical records and cutting-edge AI reconstruction, we are going to walk these very streets, breathe this smoky air, and witness the birth of the modern world. As dawn breaks, the first thing you'd notice is the sound. Not the gentle chirping of birds, but a growing, rhythmic clatter. It's the sound of machinery waking up. All around us, colossal brick buildings, the new cathedrals of industry, are beginning to spew thick, black smoke into the sky. These are the cotton mills, the beating heart of Manchester. Their chimneys pierce the skyline, a forest of brick and soot, each one a testament to the city's relentless drive. The air is heavy with the smell of coal smoke, damp earth, and the unique, oily scent of machinery. Let's walk towards the canals. Look at the Bridgewater Canal, an engineering marvel of its time. It's the city's main artery, teeming with long, narrow boats called barges. These are the lifeblood of the industry, piled high with raw cotton arriving from Liverpool, and even further from the Americas. Other barges are loaded with coal, dug from the nearby Lancashire coalfields, the fuel for this insatiable new age. The canal water isn't clear. It's murky, reflecting the grey, smoke-filled sky above. Men, strong and weathered, guide these heavy vessels with long poles, their muscles straining. Their shouts and calls echo across the water, a language of hard labour. Now, let's turn into the maze of streets. The roads are a world away from our smooth tarmac. They are cobbled, uneven, and often slick with a mixture of rain, mud, and industrial waste. Horse-drawn carts rattle past, their iron-rimmed wheels screeching against the stones. Men from all over the country, and from as far as Ireland, have flocked here, drawn by the promise of work. Their faces tell 1,000 stories. Young lads, some barely in their teens, already have the weary look of old men, their faces smudged with grease and grime from the factories. They hurry along, perhaps grabbing a quick, cheap breakfast of bread and ale from a street vendor before a grueling 12 or 14-hour shift. You might see them gathered in a coffee house, sketching designs on scraps of paper, their conversation a torrent of technical jargon and ambitious dreams. These are the men like Richard Arkwright or James Watt, whose ingenuity is literally reshaping society. Look closely at the buildings. Interspersed between the giant mills are rows upon rows of tightly packed terraced houses. These have been built quickly and cheaply to house the ever-growing workforce. There are no front gardens, no space between them. They open directly onto the street. Sanitation is a concept for the future. Waste is often just thrown into the street or into the nearby River Irk, which runs black with industrial effluent and human sewage. The living conditions for the working class are incredibly tough, a stark contrast to the immense wealth being generated just a stone's throw away. Let's venture inside one of the cotton mills. The moment we step through the door, the noise is deafening. It's a physical force, a relentless, thunderous roar of hundreds of looms and spinning jennies working in unison. The air is thick with cotton dust, so dense it's hard to breathe. It coats everything, and every worker, in a fine white powder. The heat is intense, and the humidity from the steam engines makes the atmosphere suffocating. Men and boys move with practiced speed between the vast machines. There are overseers, walking the floors, their eyes sharp, ensuring the pace never slackens. A broken thread, a jammed machine, any delay costs money. The work is repetitive, physically demanding, and incredibly dangerous. Unguarded gears and belts are a constant threat. A moment's inattention could lead to a life-altering injury. Yet, for thousands, this was their reality, day in, day out. This was the price of progress. But it's not all grimness and toil. In the midst of this chaotic new world, a unique culture is being forged. After their long shifts, men would gather in pubs and taverns. Here, over a pint of beer, they'd share news, sing songs, and talk politics. Ideas of reform, of workers' rights, and of trade unions were being born in these smoky, crowded rooms. These conversations, fueled by shared hardship and a growing sense of injustice, would lay the groundwork for future social change. The spirit of Manchester wasn't just in its machines, it was in its people. As evening descends, the gas lamps begin to flicker on, casting long, dancing shadows down the narrow streets. They were a recent innovation, another symbol of this new era. The light they provide is feeble by our standards, but in 1800, it was a miracle, extending the day and making the city streets feel a little safer. The mills, however, don't stop. For many, the workday is far from over. Through the large, uncurtained windows, you can see the silhouettes of workers still tending to the machines, their movements lit by the flickering gaslight inside. Manchester, the city that never sleeps, was born in this era. We can also see the stark divide in society. While the workers trudge home to their cramped houses, let's take a look at where the mill owners, the new cotton kings, lived. Further out from the industrial heart, they built grand villas. These houses stand in stark contrast to the worker slums, with spacious rooms, elegant furnishings, and beautiful gardens, insulated from the smoke and filth of the city they profited from. Carriages would pull up to their doors, delivering men in fine suits to discuss finance, trade, and politics. This was the new aristocracy, a class of self-made men whose wealth was built on cotton, coal, and steam. Standing here, amidst the smoke, the noise, and the raw energy of 1800s Manchester, you can feel the immense, world-changing power being unleashed. This city was a crucible, a place of incredible innovation and immense suffering. It was creating unprecedented wealth, but at a tremendous human cost. The systems, the technologies, and even the social structures that would define the next 2 centuries were being hammered out right here, in these noisy mills and on these dirty streets. This was the difficult, painful, and awe-inspiring birth of the industrial age, and the world would never be the same again. Thank you for joining me on this journey back in time. It's a powerful reminder of how our modern world was built. If you found this glimpse into the past fascinating, please give this video a like and subscribe for more historical reconstructions. Let me know in the comments what other historical moments you'd like to see brought to life. Thanks for watching.